Welcome back to M Hood Fishing. I hope I don't have to make videos like this that much in the future. But have you ever had your gut say one thing and your heart say something different? Gut says something's wrong. And your heart says you're falling in love. I had to break up with Laura. I didn't want to, but I felt I had to because something just wasn't right. It's a ex issue. She's not 100% done with one of her exes. It's always weird when you're dating someone and then an ex comes around and spends the night and you're told he slept on the couch. And he's there for 2 days, like almost like living there. Just walks right in. And then he meets you and he disrespects you, right? He's over there right now. So I was like, can't be falling in love with a woman that has a bad vibe boomerang coming around. But damn it, here you are in love with her, right? So yeah, I had to break up. Couldn't go on like that. Not right. Gotta listen to your gut. And then the heart is just full of pain because I was falling. Anyway, yeah, how do you deal with that? How do I deal with that? Well, I don't sit in a room and dwell. I'm out here fishing because it's what I know best. Come on. Let's not mope. Let's not drag my boat around and have a pity party. Let's have a fishing party. I don't mean to break up the party, guys. Well, actually I do, but you'll get over it. Let's get some light. Get some light on this. Still upset about me taking your spot, aren't you? So I'm fishing a little deep for this spot right now. I was across the lake previously and I started fishing about 3.5 feet. Let's drop to about 2 feet for the moment. See how that works. About 2.5 actually. And this is one of my signature baits, which is available on Kai's Custom Jigs. Will be available on Black Friday. That is the Black and Chartreuse. It's on a 132 ounce jig head that is also from Kai's Custom Jigs. Everything on there straight up made in Mineola, Texas. Yeah, you're right. Right here on the lake. Speaking of the lake, look at all that fog. You see that coming off the lake? A lot of condensation. That's because there's a difference between the water temperature and the air temperature. We're gonna drop tonight to 43. We had a lot of rain previously, and so we got a cold spell coming in right after that 43. Well, if you want to call that 43 a cold spell, that's fine with me, but tomorrow night it's going to drop into the 30s. So for me, legitimately, tomorrow night sounds like a cold spell. 43 just sounds kind of chilly, but going down to 35, that's a cold spell. Well, colder than what it is right now. It's about 50 something. It's actually quite nice. There's no wind. That's why it's really nice. So look right there. You see the edge of the slip running out that way? This is all I'm going to do. I'm just going to sit here, cast along that edge, and slow retrieve it. Watching that glow stick. I'm looking for any kind of peculiar movement, as well as like it just getting pulled down. I don't see shad kicking. I don't see shad knocking. I don't see any movement. I just see, oh, but it doesn't matter because my game plan paid off. I don't know what I'm here for. I got the bucket. It's empty though. My easy checker's in there. I think I'm just here to chill and fish. I mean, I might keep fish. I might go cook them. I might go hang out with Billy Faye up on the hill. I might tell you a story. Anyway, I'm not actually alone. Well, I mean, yeah, it sounds like maybe I am, because I just ended something that, you know, I was only seeing her for a little less than a month, like not really close to a month, but still less, right? So I got the ducks. There's some other fishermen on the dock back behind me listening to me prattle on. I've got my friends on the hill, the two billies. Yeah, you're right. I'm all good. Texas is a peculiar place to be when you're heartbroken. We got these built-in mechanisms to help you, and I'm not talking about, you know, whiskey bottles or something like that. I mean, we have a culture here built around heartaches, music and everything. So yeah, you're right. I know how to deal with it without getting blind drunk. When you're dealing with heartache, but you know, you're being proactive, you're allowed to be a little lazy. So I'm gonna just dead stick drift. It's barely a drift because there's like no wind, but yeah, you're right. Can't be lazy forever though. So let me tell you a story. Sometimes on this channel I will talk about my father fondly or enduringly. I rarely talk about my mother. My mother, after my father, attracted a lot of bad men, right? Some of those bad men held their own though, you know? They weren't coming around trying to live off her, but later in life she attracted a man who didn't want to work, who just wanted to sit at home all day, smoke cigarettes, watch Judge Judy, and vacuum about 6-7 times, and then drink a case of beer later. And she paid for that. She married him. She was very unhappy, and she would try to get away, and she would go right back and forth, until he died of a heart attack because he was eating fried bologna every day, fried eggs and butter beans. I was out of the picture way before his heart attack. That's pretty much the kind of dude. Laura's Boomerang is that kind of dude, coming around to live off her because she's a woman of means. I'm a man of means. I've got my own thing. I don't need a woman to keep a roof over my head or put food on my plate. But there are men out there looking for women like that, right? And some of them are really bad. And some women just have a hard time severing that connection with them. Even after using the authorities multiple times, they sometimes still let them back in. Can't be falling in love with that. I mean, it's like a pre-existing condition. You're walking in on someone else's drama. Who's to say if there's 100% honesty about what it is and what's going on? But can't have anything like that in the way when you're seeing someone. So yeah, even though I felt myself falling in love fast, probably because I hadn't been in a relationship for several years, my gut said one thing and my heart said another. And who do you think I listened to? Well, I listened to both, but one has a louder voice eventually, right?
Ah, you came on.
You know, over the years, I've just been focused on this. Not my personal life, not my love life. I've just been out here doing this. Mostly alone. But when I'm not alone, I'm surrounded by guys, right? Yeah. So it's kind of nice to finally meet a woman who likes to fish and gets along with me and seems into me. It's just a shame it couldn't work out. I felt myself just totally falling for her, and I hadn't been hanging out with her that long. I'll miss her, but I can't do it that way. Can't be having a bad vibe boomerang coming around disrespecting me, you know. There's two ways to get rid of a boomerang. There's a special way to throw it. If you don't know how to throw a boomerang correctly, it's not going to come back. The best way to make a boomerang not come back is just to break it in two. And that's not my job. Yeah, you're right. Let me tell you something. It is a little bit after midnight. If you can't tell, I'll tell you right now. The wind has picked up something fierce. Water is rough. Not much of a bite here right now. And there wasn't much of one when I started, but I had to come out anyway. Billy came down to the launch for a little bit, hung out. Yeah, the last little bit of fishing here was just a miss here and there. Daryl, who's over there on the dock, about the same story. Fish are not hitting the jigs, and they're not hitting the minnows. It's just a one here and there on the minnows and jigs. Nothing's really happening. But I'll tell you what is happening. Up on the hill, I'm gonna go chill, because the fire's burning up there. Yep, the house is warm, and it's not warm out here. That cold is starting to creep in, those colder temperatures. So I'm gonna creep back up to the hill where them dogs are and chill with my friends. Yeah, you're right. Thanks for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, being members of the channel. Yeah, you're right. I'll see y'all next time.